Hi, everybody. Welcome to this week's marketing workshop with the amazing Chris Amos and his new project manager, Alex. Today we are going to learn about social media for small business using Snapchat, which not to make myself seem like I don't know what's going on in this time and age, but I really had no idea that you could use Snapchat for business. So I'm kind of interested to see how this all works. So what we'll do is if you do have questions during the presentation, feel free to put them in the chat and we can get to them after, or if it's super important, right on there, I can read the question right then. So anyway, I'm going to turn it over to No Boundaries Marketing. Thank you guys for being here today.
Yeah, thanks for having us on. So Snapchat is actually a great tool to connect with your friends, your family, really the world around you through messaging and images. So whenever you download the Snapchat, you have to create an account, everything like that. To personally use it, you can use it just on your phone and it takes a picture. And you can use filters, everything like that. You can create a bunch of stuff. You can save pictures. You can discover people in the world around you. So you can go to the Discover page, which is great for tools on like marketing and putting your business out there. CBC News is on here. MoneyWise, they have tons of different opportunities for advertising. A lot of people don't really know that page exists or that it's a possibility. Corporations are on there connecting with audiences through blog posts, through blog videos, through articles. They're really reaching outside of their own business just to pull you in. So to use it personally, you can also chat. So these are like all of the people that I have chats with, and then you can send them a picture with a filter. So like Mark Kelly right now is using Snapchat as an advertising or avenue. So like if I put this on my face, it comes up with a filter of like an astronaut, and that's a fun way to connect with people, which a lot of people don't know that you can advertise on Snapchat. So like Joe Biden is advertising, so simple things like that. A lot of local companies will advertise on it in the form of filters as well as in the Discovery tab. So it's a really simple, efficient way to kind of be face to face with somebody who isn't necessarily in front of you.
So how do you connect, Alex? Help people understand, so once you've set up a Snapchat account, again, the thing that we want to emphasize with Snapchat is that it's mobile. So you need to be on your mobile device. You need to make sure that, you're in a position that you can use that efficiently there. Like I mentioned before, there are some emulators that you can download online, but again, they're very inefficient. It's not a great way to manage your Snapchat. So Snapchat's intended to be fun. It's intended to be a means to connect with people in a different way. And so this is what, if you're going to take this avenue, if you're going to go down that road, again, I think, and Alex actually, believe it or not, she's been showing me, I am not the world's most efficient person on Snapchat by any means. But again, her demographic, this is a perfect way to connect with them. So to kind of elaborate on some of the things that she was talking about there. So when you're on Snapchat, the idea is you want to connect with your friends, your family, people associated. It's just a way to spread your audience. So people with like interests, much like all the other social medias, you're trying to connect with that like audience. When you go from there, again, you can discover new things. And so, as you're scrolling through people's, snaps, you can see advertisements and all sorts of stuff. So that's really the way the business community connects with that. And it's a little bit different than a personal. So on the personal side, you're connecting with friends, family, so on and so forth. And then intermix, just like YouTube, if you've ever, been watching a YouTube video, all of a sudden that, ad comes up 15 seconds in, auto plays, and then it goes back to your video. That's very similar to what Snapchat does.
Yeah.
So a couple things. Can you show them here real quick? So on the Discover, give them a couple examples of what those ads look like.
Yeah, so let's see. So whenever you go to your Discover page, you have all of your friends up at the top. I'm not sure how well you guys can see, but this is all your personal stuff. This is your subscriptions. So any kind of celebrity or public figure that somebody likes, that you can follow them on Snapchat. So you could do that, or like food blogs or life hack blogs, you can subscribe to them. So if you create a Snapchat for your business and people want to follow you, they can subscribe to you, and then they see all of your posts going forward. Then it goes into a personalized kind of algorithm. So this is all the stuff that Snapchat thinks that I would personally be interested in. So it goes into a complete, like, oddly satisfying. I love these videos. But if you click enough, it'll give you a advertisement. Now, Coors Light is advertising on my oddly satisfying videos. So you can just scroll. You are supposed to just scroll through them, and then as you go, there will be ads. So you just click, and an ad is almost every other click. So it's pretty. You know, they have a pretty good system for ads. You're not seeing it only once every 30 seconds or every 30 minutes. You're seeing it every other click. You're seeing another ad. So I think that that's super useful to put it in with stuff that you're really interested in, like that.
So what's the difference, Alex, between stories and discovery? What would you say? So
the stories are going to be personal, whereas the discovery is going to be business, articles, blogs. So whenever you're looking at stories, you're looking at your personal friends or whoever you subscribe to. You're looking at stories that they share with the world. So I could literally get on Snapchat right now, say, hey guys, I'm making a podcast or a video or a webinar about Snapchat, and then I can post it to my story, and all of my friends will be able to see it. So whenever you're a business, you can't really have a story like that. You would create an ad on your business with it.
And so maybe an opportunity as well for our businesses here locally is, to utilize their personal pages, obviously, to promote with their friends and family, expand their audience that way. So on discovery, so let's talk about that. So these are basically ways for businesses to connect. These are news stories, stuff like that. So how does somebody subscribe to these?
So what you would do, let me go ahead and just show you. On the Discover page, so this is a person that came up on my For Me. I've never seen them before. I don't know who they are. But if I like what they do, there's either a bookmark where you can bookmark the video and then later view their site, or you can tap their name and then hit subscribe right there. So then you can also see it, like, this is their story right now. So you can open up their story, and then that's what they're posting to their story. And then this is how you subscribe.
Perfect.
So it's super simple. You could send the profile, you can share profile link, subscribe, email them, so you could reach out all right there. And it also has, you can set up links to be able to put links to your other social media, your other profiles, things like that.
Perfect. So some of the other cool things too is when you're in here. So again, if you're in Snapchat, yes, I do have one. So just so people know,
he downloaded it today.
You don't bite your tongue. But when you're in Stories or Discovery, the nice part is it's actually super simple to use. In the upper left hand, depending on what device you have, so Android versus iOS, so you'll have to learn this on your own. But on my Android device, up in the upper left hand corner is a nice little search feature. So when I do that, I can search anything I want. So let's just say I put in marketing. And when I search that, it gives me friends that have that tag. It gives me stories, discovery. It gives me episodes. It gives me lenses. So again, those fun little lenses. Sadly, KFC comes up as the number one. I don't get that, but whatever. And then last but not least is going to be your places. And so that's where us as a business owner or us as a business community really need to take advantage. So when we look at that, really it's giving us that hashtag marketing, if you will. And so when you do that, I don't know if you can see mine, but again, I just searched hashtag marketing, and you can actually see all of the recent snaps that come up with that hashtag. So that, again, is just a way for you to connect with the outside world, a way for you to connect with consumers, and get your snaps found. So The other thing, Alex, so what do you think is the demographic that uses Snapchat the most?
So 78% of Snapchat users are going to be 18 to 24 years old. Most of them are female, of course. US is going to be one of the largest companies, but a lot of companies in Europe use them as well.
Okay.
But yeah, 78% of users are 18 to 24. So that's going to be your major one. Outside of that, it's the younger generations. So any company trying to, get in touch with the younger generations or find a whole new audience with the younger generation, Snapchat is really an effective way to do that.
Awesome. So I'm going to show real quick. I'm going to show real quick just a simple way to access Snapchat. So when you're doing this here, all we have to do, I'll just show you Snapchat for Business. Just go to Google, just do a simple Snapchat for Business. You're going to see here Snapchat ads. This is how we're going to set up our business. So again, personal, you're going to do from the phone. It's super, super easy. I found setting up your business on Snapchat was a lot easier going here into the website. We're going to click login. And so again, it's actually a really simple login process. Again, we did not have one for the business, so I admittedly did just create this for us. But again, once you get it created, it's up here on the right-hand side. You can see where everything's at. Their interface is super, super easy to use to create ads. Again, it is image dominant, and so you really want to take care with this. You really want to have those dynamic quality images. Even this on the creator, it really does emphasize using your phone. So I will say that it is definitely geared towards the phone. However, you can still, access and do this from the desktop as well. On the left-hand side up here where it says create ads, you're going to notice there's the business settings and business details. So again, under business details, where we're going to fill out all of our corporate information so that we can be found under the places setting. And so when you're in here, again, you can see we're obviously at the TechCelerator in our office today. So you can see all that information in here. You can see, phone number, connect with the business, members. So again, there's me, pretty little me. And then add accounts, so on and so forth. You'll get all of that stuff set up. But again, I actually find that Snapchat is actually one of the easiest socials really to master. It doesn't really take a lot of effort. I don't think it takes, and again, the Snapchat for Business is relatively new. This is less than 24 months old for Snapchat. So I think that's important to consider that there's not as many features as, say, Instagram or Facebook and stuff. There's not as, you can't really target your demographics as much as you might on other platforms. But again, it's a great broad-based marketing tool that can really, honestly, just help you expand your business. The key, I think, in this is that we really need to be cognizant of our demographic. If, we're targeting that 18 to 24-year-old, fantastic, get on it. I mean, this is the place to go. If not, again, I wouldn't say avoid it by any means, but I would just say, just set the right expectations on how you're going to or who you're going to target. Again, our demographic, as you start to get older again, the older the demographic, the less people that are on there. So just food for thought. Anything else you want to add?
Yeah, so I was actually finding, because I was wondering how a business could use Snapchat. And I know the discovery page, but there is the personal use of Snapchat where you can post the stories. Hey, we're out here today. Come on by. And then, or people who see your story get a discount code or something like that. I've seen companies do that. But I was reading that an average person who has a Snapchat opens it 30 times a day.
Wow.
30 times a day, average. And that they are 20% more likely to actually buy something off of their mobile device using Snapchat if it is an ad on Snapchat.
Wow, that's awesome.
I mean, it's there. There's definitely opportunity to use Snapchat to build your business.
Awesome. So again, it's simple. It's easy to use. That's pretty much about as much as we planned to cover today on this. So I really think too, it would really be best if you guys have any questions and stuff for us to address them individually. Certainly Alex is very versed in Snapchat. So truthfully, I'm going to deflect questions and comments to her. But more so than that, if you need help, we'd be happy to help with.
Great. Well, thank you. That was really interesting. And does anyone have a question? What I will do is actually I'll have Linda go in. Linda, would you go in and unmute everybody to see if there's any questions? Because I can't see them because I'm not the host. Or you can ask the questions. Oh, actually, I can see them. Sorry. But if you could unmute everybody, that would be great. So one of the questions, does it reveal your cell phone number to anyone?
No. So you can have the setting to where nobody can search you from your cell phone. Nobody can search you from your email. You can also have it to where people can not find you from searching you at all. You would have to connect with a code. So it really has privacy settings that are fitted for personal and business use. So you don't have to have your number full at all.
Great. CJ, I noticed you had another question. Did you want to ask this? You should be unmuted.
Yeah, I really appreciate this. As we started this, I have to tell you that I text my granddaughter and I says, beware, I'm learning about Snapchat. Yeah, she's probably just cringing right now. But I think this is really good for our business clients that have this demographic and, for their marketing purposes. But my question too is that the ads that they would insert about their businesses, do they show up on both the storyline and the discovery?
Yeah, so whenever you are, so the great thing about Snapchat is that the use of it is kind of so flowy. There's no like stop and then you have to go back and click something else. So whenever you're viewing stories, you just tap through them, and as you're tapping through them to the story, you get an ad between them. So between each person's story, you're gonna get an ad. So it's at all points. You're not going to get it while you're personally using it, but once you go over to the discovery mode and you see the stories, you see the ads on there, that's where the ad is going to be. You're not going to see the ads when you're creating Snapchats, sending them, receiving them, viewing the chats themselves. While you're in user mode, you're not going to get any ads. It's whenever you transfer over to the discovery page that the ads start to happen.
Not yet, anyway.
Yeah, not yet.
Wait for them to monetize that. Yeah,
now that I've spoken it.
Yeah, they're processing.
Thank you. That's great information.
Oh, she's talking. I think you're muted, Julie.
Sorry, Julie.
Sorry. CJ, my son would be horrified if I told him, hey, I'm going to be on Snapchat. He'd be so embarrassed. He probably wouldn't even follow me. He'd probably block.
Oh, no, you'd be surprised. I have a son, and that's all I use Snapchat for these days is sending videos of my son to my friends and family. So, I mean, it's great tool to connect, and I have that country, so it's really easy that way. You'd be surprised when my mom or my grandma or Snapchat and put on a camera to see people having fun.
Well, awesome. Well, I think everybody is unmuted. So if anyone has any questions, now would be a good time.
I know.
Okay. Well, then thank you. I guess we'll all be Snapchatting soon. And again, this was great because I know I'm not the only one that probably thought, hey, can you use Snapchat? I would have never thought of it as a tool for a small business. But so it's really good to know. Maybe the AC TechCelerator should have a Snapchat account. We'll see about that.
I want to see Linda managing that.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, right.
I think we can arrange that.
I can do Twitter. That's about all I can do good is Twitter.
Well, thank you. Again, another great presentation by No Boundaries Marketing. And hopefully we will see you all again soon.
Yep, we'll have our next round of classes published to you here by tomorrow.
Great. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks, guys. Have a good day.
Bye.